when she wouldn't apply for benefits, the
Right.
child
She applied for benefits. I have that paper here with me now. My signature is not on it. I never signed for that.
no, but she applied for benefits and then the state enforced something for her, correct?
Yes.
That would be where I focus my argument.
Do you have a custody agreement or timeshare?
No.
So Terrell, I think the point is everybody would agree that if you don't knowingly and willingly enter into a contract, then how can it be a contract? But that's not the point. Focus on what they've done in excluding you from the process.
I don't think they excluded him. I think he may not have raised any issues.
I didn't.
He might not have objected or raised any he may not have objected to any of the I guess their meritorious arguments. I don't know how it works in Georgia. Essentially, you went to a hearing. I'm guessing a hearing or a court in Georgia. The court said, I don't know what, but you never said objection. There's no determination of. Do you all have a time sharing agreement? Like in other words, was there custody established?
No.
Okay, well that might be something that you could have addressed. Could the court have come to their conclusion without having determined that custody was there? Could the court have come to that there was a custody arrangement? Could the court have come to that conclusion without having determined that you didn't fulfill some obligation that you had to fulfill? Did the state impermissibly venture into the family realm without showing without reaching the hurdle of strict scrutiny or whatever the state standard, whatever the threshold would be? There are things in there that you could possibly argue. Did they have the proper financial calculation? Which I know all my math guys here are going to tell you, we're kind of solid on the idea that they don't ever do that shit right. I know Brett laughed, but yeah, we're kind of confident none of that shit's ever correct. And this is now what you did is a good segue to the show. We talk about executive orders, public policy. Public policy allows the state in an instance where the mother has filed for some sort of, I guess, benefit to pursue the action on her behalf, but it doesn't mean that the state doesn't have to follow whatever prescribes of law exist. So when I say prescribes of law, there's a thing called law, which is written by the legislatures, the legislators, the people that you send to Congress at the state or federal level, whether you vote for them or not, they write the law. That's why you get statute, whether it's federal statute or state statute. Okay. And those are what the courts interpret to give you a decision. The case law comes from the court's interpretation. When we talk about common law comes when there's no definitive legislation on a particular issue. And I think sometimes people conflate the things. So you say, I didn't contract with her. Yeah, but you also didn't defend that. Okay, if you wanted to say I didn't contract, well, maybe you could raise that as an affirmative defense and type that into the chat room for people to look up affirmative defense.